many moons ago. Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and Chris, the Highwaymen. Look at this. I found this album in a big box that won't fit underneath my bed, even with the risers. And I'm like, oh, I have to do a vid. Look at this. I don't know if you can see him. There's Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson. I think that's cool. I forget what color he wore. I think maybe he wore a red shirt. Yeah, that's Chris. So yeah, I saw them live, and they had different backgrounds. The backdrops. As you can see. Yeah, that's Waylon. Waylon, Willie, and the boys. Yep, yep, yep. That's Chris. That was when he did his song. His bit. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, there's the two of them. Yeah, somebody said the other night that Willie was dead, and I'm like, no. That can't be. That can't happen. Not another one. You know? Anyway. Just wanted to... Yeah, that's Waylon. Waylon was very, wild. But then so was Willie. Here's Chris and Waylon together. Let's see. Yeah. Always have the photos. May not have it on the cloud, but I always have the photos. There's the tickets. What year was this? Does it have a date? 1990. March 14th. 7:30. There you go. Starring Willie Nelson. Waylon Jennings. Wow. Yeah, there's the background. See? They had different backdrops that they would drop down. Yeah, look at this. Negatives, honey. Negatives. Woo, negatives. I actually saved negatives. Anyway. Iggy's. My friend came by. He saw, yeah, Julio and Iggy. He saw my cool iguanas that I got dumped on me by my husband's co-worker when my son was 3.5 months old. And I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about iguanas. We didn't have cell phones back then to go Google stuff, you know. Anyway, so they got huge. They were buried underneath the porch. I ran out of plots back then. Yeah, I always had animals. There you go. David Bowie. David Bowie concert. When was this one? Yeah, I guess that was before I got pregnant, so we went crazy. Giant Stadium. Wow. Yep, there he is. He starred in Elephant Man on Broadway, and he did such an excellent job. The contortions that the actual guy did, who had the elephantitis disease or whatever. I forget what it's called now. I have no idea. I don't remember. He actually had his arm almost reversed. I don't know if he has disjointed, what do they call that? You can pop his shoulder out and whatever, but it was just amazing. John Boy did a tour of the Elephant Man afterwards, and I heard he was good, but I'm like, there's no way that he could surpass the job that, sorry for the glare, that David Bowie did on that. That was amazing. Don't have any more. Yep. They're crazy little lizards. Yeah, actual pictures. Look at this. Grace's photo album. Grace's old chair. My husband's friend Frank, he sat in that chair and he broke it. That went through 2 nor'easters in the basement. We lifted it up on cinder blocks and survived. These guys were so cool. And they wouldn't go crazy and jump around. They would walk. I didn't have cats back then until my son was 6-7 years old. So, old futon couch that I sewed a paisley top cover for it with a zipper. Yeah, Grace sews. Let's see what else we can find. Ah, Islanders hockey game. Oh my goodness. Dolly Parton. As I live and breathe. Yep. I wonder if she was into what she's into now. Look at these albums, guys. Kenny Rogers didn't star with her. This was, we went for our anniversary. One of them. January. And he did a good job. Did a good job. Doing Kenny Rogers' part. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a good shot here without glare. Yeah, she wore that little short dress. There's the band. Pretty good. Anyway, just wanted to show you real quick. Yes, I saw Willie Nelson live in person. Anyway, this is when me and my girlfriend went to Freeport, the Bahamas. It's the little shops and flea markets and stuff. Look at that. That's sunrise, baby. Sunrise. There's my feet in the sand. The sand is just so white there. It's amazing. There's my girlfriend that I went with. Stacy. She married the first guy that hooked her up in the pool. Like a few months later, he came back. He was actually Bahamian. White guy. And it's just sunrise. Merry Christmas from the Bahamas. There's a little crab. See him? I caught him in them. I like photography. I'm sorry. Yeah, and this is the Royal Bahamian Police. Royal Police. They are all part of the band. And it was International Band Day or something. Anyway, look at that beach. Better than my beach, I'll tell you that. That's my girlfriend Stacy. Yes, we jumped on this big old-timey ship, and we took a that's part of the ship. Sorry, guys. It was pretty cool. And we went out to harbor. There's the ship before it left, and there's the harbor that. Sorry for the glare. I should shut the light off. It was kind of cool. I've never been on a ship like that. And of course, I got to shoot an iguana because my iguanas were home. Anyway, I went with my girlfriend. Yeah, this is the parade route. This is interesting, right? Huh? International Bazaar Goombay Festival, Bahamas. Yep. We had a nice pool. And the guy that Stacy met, used to use the pool. He used to crash the pool whenever he wanted. You know, the locals, they know how to do that. That's my girlfriend. All blobbed out there. That's her walking. We were going to the shops again. No, you're not going to see any pictures of me. And there's Stacy in the pool. Got a couple of pictures there. We did get our hair cornrowed, of course. And, hold on, I got to show you a picture. They drive on the other side of the road. This was 1990. And that was the hotel that we stayed in. It's kind of nice. We had a very nice quiet room. They had some tigers on the boat for the show that night. I don't know if you could see them. Right there on the front of the boat. It's just beautiful there. And a monkey in a cage at the hotel. Crazy. Crazy times. Anyway, that's enough of that. Look at these loungy dogs and cats and things. Yeah, I'm repackaging the, I'm taking them out of that high box. I'm putting them in there and they all fit. Thank you. Thank you, box guards, whatever. And now I can tape it up and label it and put it under my bed. Yay. It's going to cut into Dummy's sleep time. And yes, I threw that on the floor. Everything is falling on the floor the last few weeks, so I might as well just throw it on the floor to begin with. Anyway, look at her. Look at that little cat. Yeah, this is the mess I'm still left with. Still working on it. Getting there, though. I'm getting there. I had a migraine and a half this morning and yesterday morning, and it just was not good. Was not good. She's so cute. She was playing with a ball this morning. There was all this room to play with. One of these little teeny styrofoam balls that you shoot out a Nerf gun or something. And Tinsley was playing, and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I cleared the room so you guys have a place to play. And I don't know what happened to the ball. The dog probably ate it. She's a dumbass. I'm not kidding. She's like a park goat. Yeah, you can see it's windy out there. It's ridiculous. And it's cold. I don't care it's 49 or whatever. It's cold. And the clouds are horrible. Anyway. Alright. Glad that you got to see the Highwaymen pictures. It was just weird that I picked that album out because there's like 5 of them in there, in that box now. And I'm glad they all fit. The other box has like all this insulation. See the packing? I save everything to be reused on other things. But anyway, yeah, no, I'm getting it done little by little. So I'll be able to put that under my bed. I already tested it out. And there she is. Look the baby. Look the baby, Lizzie. Hi, Mama. She says, I'm not a mama. You got me fixed. I can't be a mama. But you're still my little mama. And she's like, you put stuff on your bed, Mom. Yeah, you got room. Don't worry. All right. Later, guys. Thanks for watching.